Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel after a long hiatus, or in this case, me just growing up a lot more. My first video was when I was 8 years old, and now I'm 19 years old. Just think about that jump real quick. That's 11 years have gone by that fast. Well, in case of this channel, but you know, it's a pretty big jump right there. I wanted to give this whole thing another shot in my own way, which, well, this is my first video in a while. I've also had a change of point of view. So whoever comes across this video, hi, my name is Dragoexe, or you can just call me Drago. Now you've probably seen the title of this video already, and you're already saying, wait a second, this is a whole different type of format. That's because it is, because back in the day I only did gaming videos, and not this whole yapping plus commentary type thing. So, yeah, and also back in the day I was also something sort of a squeaker myself. That's a William Dafoe reference if anyone still remembers. Okay, never mind. But yeah, let's get back on topic while you guys get to watch this Marvel Rivals gameplay, which another game I picked up the past year, you know. This isn't quick play, by the way. This is Celestial 3 gameplay. Yeah, I'm not a scrub when it comes to video games. Trust. I've not lost my talent. Actually, I only did Roblox videos back in the day, and also Fortnite videos. So who knows? You know. But yeah, let's get back on topic now. Being the youngest child, where do I begin? I used to get away with a lot. Well, since I'm the youngest of 3 brothers, I'm including myself into that 3. It has definitely been an experience, and over time, it's something I became really thankful for. Let's talk about the fun stuff first. Like I said before, I could get away with a lot of stuff. Like, it was even funny because I was barely whipped as a child. And before you say anything, I'm from an African household. This type of stuff is normal, my American peeps. My other races from different mothers would agree, especially the Asians, because I do have an Asian friend that does have vivid memories of that to this day. I hope you're watching this. Hi. I was still whooped as a kid, don't get me wrong, but, you know, I can still feel my mother's sandal to this day, and, yeah, I what you heard right there was me just thinking about it. Yeah, that was not pleasant, but, yeah, love. But not as much as my brothers, you know. My brothers had to wait until they were like around 13 years old to visit a friend's house. I got to visit a friend's house when I was 8 years old. You know? Like, they had to wait until they were like practically teenagers. I literally just walked out like it was just like an average day for me, an average Tuesday, you know? And there was things like if I got quote unquote hit a little bit too hard, I could just run towards my parents and blame them for it, which was always hilarious. All my younger all my younger peeps, you know, who have older siblings will relate to this. It was like being in war on the winning side. I get to call the president and the secretary at the same time and personally strike the opposite forces, you know. I heard stories from my brothers when they were back in Nigeria and how they used to get pretty much whooped for literally anything. Literally just like anything. It could have been even for breathing incorrectly. Not actually, but like I wouldn't be surprised to be honest, you know. It is back in the motherland, so everything would be different. Once I was born, they really mellowed out like tenfold. Like it wasn't even funny. Like it was still like, you know, a little bit of whoopings here and there, but it was tough love. But then, you know, it was just tough love at the end of the day. Then I have my brothers. Let's start with my oldest brother. Let's call him AY. This is a complete little brother blaze that you're about to hear, but this guy's built like a tank. Like, he's built like a Greek god. He has muscle on his muscles. You can just see the power, you know, the girth, the absolute mass of this man. He's 6'5", 210 pounds. You can just feel his aura. The absolute aura this guy radiates in. Go ahead and stop there because it's starting to get a little bit too much. Some people might just think, you know, never mind. This isn't a plot of a random romance anime that has questionable titles. No. This is my video, not some you know, animes that you would see on those type of sites or normal sites. You know, there is my little sister can't be this. Okay, anyway, but yeah, AY he's always been the person I go to first whenever I need something to lean on, you know, or whether it's to talk or just for comfort. He's always been there for me. I always watched him play games on his computer, which from my early age of like 6 years old, it felt like watching Prime Ninja playing Fortnite. It was a mythical experience. Some may even say, you know, massive. Okay. The meme is so massive, guys. Like, trust, please, trust me. I've heard this from Ninja himself. It's still massive. It's still But yeah, I remember every single time I wanted to turn Naruto Ninja Storm in, like 3, 2, 1. At this point, the age is starting to get to me. Like, oh my goodness. I remember when Naruto Ninja Storm 3 was the latest freaking Naruto Ninja Storm game. Like, now they have connections and all that other stuff, you know. I don't play them anymore, sadly, but I need to get the new one. He would always pick the annoying characters like Datara and Haku. I was always annoyed because I could never beat him, and especially since Datara has that stupid projectile spam. I still remember this to this day. And then don't even get me started on Xenoverse 1. When I finally beat this guy on God Goku, which that was my main back in the day, valid choice. No, I never really looked at rankings and stuff like that. But yeah, he would just turn off the Xbox when I was literally about to win. Not even when I was about to win. When I did win, but it never showed the actual winning screen, so I never got to see winner, player 2, and loser, player 1. I never got to see the victory screen, guys. Like, to this day, it still haunts me, and I never got that satisfaction. Like, why? He was one of the boys 1 second and then turns into a responsible adult that you trust to pay his taxes on time every single year. I remember one time I wanted to play the game with him, but he said something along the lines of, I gotta invest and go to the gym younger. I don't know, something like that, right? I just looked at him, like really looked at him. How dare he say no to me? I'm supposed to get everything I want. You're supposed to say at least no to your younger siblings until they're like 15, you know. I don't know. I'm making up these rules. Don't quote me on that, please. But eventually, like a good older brother to his youngest. I'm saying that in pretty bold text because I am about to go into something else. But yeah, he was a man of his word, and we ended up playing Apex Legends out there, or some game, you know. I did play Apex Legends a lot with him, so there is that. Now, you might be wondering, AY is super soft on you, Drago. He's also always such a pal. He seems like a trusted adult you'd leave your kids with to make sure that they go to sleep on time. Well, I did mention I have a second older brother. Let's call him AJ, which, oh, quick heads up, that's nowhere near his actual name. Like, that's not even close into the same letters. He just uses that in Chick-fil-A lines, just in general. Which, when I first heard that, it was funny. I was just dying of laughter. I was staring at him like, I was just like, why? And he was like, what do you want me to do? They were just gonna butcher my name every single time. Which, to be fair, we do have quote-unquote pretty hard names to pronounce. They're not that hard. It's just the fact that, you know, a whole different country, a whole different state, and people are not used to seeing, at times, names like those. So, can't really blame it on them. But yeah, AJ was the typical older brother that you would see on those Instagram reels where when the younger sibling thinks that he can finally defeat his older brother in anything. Yeah, no. AJ would just randomly suplex you into the couch for no reason and just give you the harsh taste of reality that no, you're never going to catch up to your older brother. He was the one that did all the bullying, which low-key, you should low-key bring that back, guys. It builds a lot of character. He would pick me up and then slam me onto like anything. He took my McDonald's fries. He would shut off the TV if I was watching something. He would randomly just roast me. He made fun of my face, guys. It's just chubby and cute, which is not nice to say to me. Why did he ever say that? Wasn't nice, guys. But yeah, he was the type of brother who would let the kids stay up past their bedtime until 5 a.m. in the morning, and you're wondering as to how, and I mean how, they're still tired for school the next day, even though they were supposed to get 8 hours of sleep, which, no, he did not give them 8 hours of sleep. He gave them a full-on 2 hours of sleep. Impressive, right? But yeah, I remember one of these times back in my early days of being a youth. I'm saying that like I'm 30 years old. No, I'm only 19 years old. Oh my goodness, but yeah. He came into my room one time when I was playing Smite, Apex, Fortnite, one of those games. Those were in my rotation a lot. He just randomly turned off my PC mid-match and said, oh, my fault, it was an accident. Which, yeah, first of all, it's not an accident. And secondly, why did he do that? Like, if you're a gamer, you would understand the absolute fury I was in. And he's a gamer himself. Like, why did he do this? Why? Like, there was no reason to do this. It's because it's his job as an older brother to low-key just troll. Because if AY is just being this soft on me and low-key just at times just scolding me, giving that brotherly advice, AJ's just gonna randomly just bully me just because that he wants to. Because he said that it builds character development, which he's not wrong. I don't take crap from anyone. So, there is that. But, you know, just why? But besides that, over the years, he stopped bullying me and treats me pretty much the same as AY does. Talk about the switch up of 87, you know. 87 kind of sounds similar to... No, I'm not making that joke. I hate that joke a little bit too much. My coworkers spam that joke every, like, 10 seconds. It makes me mull to this day. Like... I think I'm losing some hair because of that, but yeah. over time as I grew up and became less baby, less self-centered, just overall more aware of like the world I came into, I came to realize that no matter what happens, both my brothers have my back. They always have my back. I started to understand that what I've seen when I was a little kid was them putting on a front for me, portraying that everything is going to be alright, and everything will be alright. And I never really questioned it, because, well, why would I? The only thing I thought was, dang, I have two pretty cool older brothers. What else do I have to worry about? There's nothing for me to worry about in general. But yeah, I never really saw their insecurities, what they were struggling with, or just in general what, you know, bothers them on a day-to-day basis, you know. I mean, it was probably the same as me while like I was in high school, but you know, I never knew back in the day because, you know, they protected me from the world. And what I always saw was two ride or dies that were the people that I first go to whenever I have a problem or I was dealing with something I couldn't handle myself. I never really felt alone, you know, even if I thought I quote unquote for some reason I was alone, that nobody would understand. That was always a lie. Both of them would understand. And both of them were in that position at one point. And that's why, to this day, I'm grateful that I'm their younger brother and they're my older brothers. Without them, I wouldn't know what to do at all. I would probably be lost. I probably wouldn't be the man I am today. Which, to everyone with an older sibling and with older siblings, with younger siblings, check on them anytime, like even if they're like in states away or in a whole country away, just check on them. And to my older brothers, I love you guys a lot. Thank you for taking care of me, and thank you for always being there for me. I felt a tear for a second. That's all I have to say for now, at least. I kind of like this idea of content, combining both gaming, what I would love to do, just in general in my free time, based off of this rank. Well, you can't even tell the rank, to be fair. It can look like bronze gameplay or freaking diamond gameplay, but I trust you, this is Celestial 3 gameplay with 100% like confidence. Source, trust me, bro. Just trust me. But yeah, kind of like this concept, more this style. Because I get to yap and put on whatever game I'm playing that day, or just whatever game in general. My life isn't really too special, you know, but it's something. As a matter of fact, it's even more on the boring side, because I don't really party. I don't really like do all those quote-unquote forbidden stuff. Well, forbidden because my body's a temple, and I need to take care of myself. But yeah, and I always wanted to figure out how to come back, and this might just be the start of how I start posting again. Well, if you like this video, well, you can leave a like and also subscribe, or don't, it's totally fine. I don't think anyone will see this video anyway. He'll just be floating out and about like a turd in the wind. Okay, yeah, I'm done. Anywho, see you guys in 2029, and, well, the Rivals gameplay is about to finish up, so let's go ahead and y'all can just watch that in the meantime.